Have you ever wanted to connect with people only to pull back the moment they actually reached out? Maybe you want friends, but when someone invites you, you hesitate and make excuses. Or you dream of opening up, but when the time comes, you shut down. Sometimes it looks like this. You crave closeness, but when someone sits beside you, you feel restless. You want to text first, but your fingers freeze over the keyboard. You replay conversations in your head, worrying you sounded awkward. You go to a gathering, but instead of enjoying, you feel drained and count the minutes until you can leave. And you wonder, am I just an introvert? Or is something deeper happening here? Because there's a difference between enjoying solitude and feeling trapped in it, between needing quiet to recharge and withdrawing out of fear, sadness, or old wounds. That's what we'll explore today. Are you truly an introvert, or are you emotionally withdrawn? We'll uncover the psychology, the signs, and most importantly, what you can do if withdrawal is keeping you from the connections you secretly long for. Before we dive in, let's clarify something. Introversion is a natural personality trait. It simply means you gain energy from solitude and prefer depth over constant stimulation. Introverts can be warm, loving, and socially skilled. They just need time alone to recharge. But emotional withdrawal is different. It's not a personality trait, it's a coping mechanism. Psychology describes it as pulling back from people, feelings, or situations as a way of protecting yourself. Instead of solitude feeling restful, it feels heavy. Instead of choosing quiet, you hide in it. This is why emotional withdrawal often leads to isolation, loneliness, and numbness, rather than peace. Signs you may be a true introvert. You enjoy solitude because it refreshes you. You prefer deep one-on-one conversations over small talk. Social gatherings drain you, but you still value meaningful friendships. You think before you speak, but you don't avoid feelings. Alone time feels like recharging, not running away. Signs you may be emotionally withdrawn. Solitude doesn't refresh you. It feels lonely, but you can't break out of it. You avoid relationships out of fear, not preference. You shut down when emotions get intense. You struggle to name or express what you feel. You want connection, but you sabotage it with avoidance or silence. In short, introversion is about energy management. Withdrawal is about emotional protection. So, where does emotional withdrawal come from? Psychology points to several deep roots. Attachment wounds. In childhood, if your caregivers dismissed your feelings, punished vulnerability, or were emotionally absent, your brain learned that closeness is unsafe. This often develops into an avoidant attachment style, where withdrawing feels safer than opening up. Depression. Withdrawal is one of its strongest symptoms. The mind and body conserve energy by pulling away. Even small conversations feel like climbing a mountain. The world feels flat, and isolation becomes a prison. Social anxiety. When you fear judgment, criticism, or rejection, withdrawal becomes a shield. You avoid situations not because you don't care, but because the cost of embarrassment feels unbearable. Trauma. Experiences like bullying, rejection, or betrayal can leave emotional scars. The brain associates connection with danger. Withdrawal is then a survival reflex. If I don't engage, I won't get hurt again. Learned helplessness. If you've tried to connect in the past and repeatedly felt ignored or rejected, you may start to believe, what's the point? This hopelessness creates a cycle of pulling away, which only reinforces the loneliness. Withdrawal, then, is not who you are. It's what your nervous system has learned to do in order to protect you. If you recognize yourself here, the good news is this: emotional withdrawal can heal. Psychology offers realistic steps. Awareness without judgment. Start by noticing your patterns. Ask, am I choosing solitude, or am I hiding in it? Journaling helps uncover whether your alone time feels nourishing or empty. Small, consistent exposure. Don't aim for radical change. If socializing feels overwhelming, try one gentle step at a time. Reply to one message, spend 10 minutes in a cafe, or call one trusted friend. The goal is progress, not perfection. Therapy. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, challenges distorted thoughts like, people will judge me. Attachment-based therapy helps you relearn safety and closeness. Trauma-focused therapy, like EMDR or somatic experiencing, can reduce the reflex of shutting down. Emotional labeling. Research shows naming emotions reduces their intensity. When you notice yourself pulling away, pause and ask, what am I feeling right now? Even simple words like anxious, tired, or afraid give you power over numbness. Safe relationships. Healing rarely happens alone. Find at least one safe person where you can practice honesty. A healthy bond rewires the brain more than any amount of isolation can. Body connection. Withdrawal often shows up as physical numbness or tension. Practices like yoga, grounding exercises, or mindful breathing reconnect you with your body, signaling to your nervous system, I am safe. Self-compassion. Remember, withdrawal was once your survival strategy. It protected you, but now it may be holding you back. Treat yourself not with blame, but with gratitude for surviving and courage to heal. So, ask yourself, when you're alone, do you feel nourished or do you feel empty? Do you choose solitude with joy or do you retreat with fear? That difference may reveal whether you're a true introvert or whether you're living in withdrawal that you can gently heal. Because you don't need to change your personality. You only need to free your heart. If this spoke to you, share it with someone who might need it too. And don't forget to subscribe for more psychology-driven guides to living with clarity and peace.